Hello, Taurus, to another timeless reading. Whatever brings you here, I welcome you to listen to the entire reading, and I wish for you to use your discernment to take all of that which belongs to you and leave the rest behind. Please know I am Master 7th, who reads the energies and also a master healer. I provide all types of services from tarot or remote sessions, and the best way to reach out to me at this time is via the email address. In the description box below is where you can find information on that. Also know that if you are Taurus and your Sun, Moon, and or Venus position, this reading may offer universal justice. Whereas if you're looking for emotional redemption, you may benefit from my sister channel. The link can be found in the description box as well. The intros have been so mucky for me to get through lately. It's like, let me just play. You have to give an intro. I don't gotta do nothing. I think this is a play on like your energy a bit. Alright, but let's not jump the gun. That's the Virgo in me. Slow down. Back it up. Okay, that's better. Alright, anyway. I'm so tempted to restart this. I'm like, this is embarrassing. I can't even speak anymore. Alright, Taurus, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna get it together. Alright, feminine and masculine energy is non-gender specific, so you take whatever which way it may make sense to you. Again, using your discernment. Alright, take what is yours, leave the rest behind, for this is not a personal reading. Rambunctious energy here. Rambunctious. Alright, Taurus, let's see what has ended. What is the death aspect of Taurus energy at this time? What has ended? King of Pentacles, some sort of money I'm hearing. Alright, King of Pentacles, some money situation may have ended. Alright. Planning of finances getting in the way, not seeing your own worth, maybe has also ended, which is quite honestly would be amazing if you finally are seeing the value of things, because there's something you've been sitting on for a very long time here. Alright, and it's a decision. This is taking me back to like a 1.5 year narrative where it's like, Taurus, you're back in the karmic circle and you understand it, but you know, you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna take whatever I can because the universe is apparently putting it in my field of vision of play, so I'm gonna play. So you've been playing and you've been playing and you've been playing, and in many ways you've gotten successful at it. In many ways you've learned a lot of new things over I'm hearing several years now. You've been working on yourself and working on being a better human, better person for the community, for family, for certain roles as the hierophant that you can be in the representation of old traditional tarot. Okay, you have a magnetism about yourself for being charming and good looking, and just people want to drool over you, okay, for how representative you can be. But there is an ego check that has to happen, and if you couldn't understand it a year ago spiritually, like a half a year ago sexually, you're gonna now feel it financially. Alright, let's see what's happening at this time for Taurus. What's fucking mess. I mean, I'm like already feeling like the anxiety. Someone's like looking at their stocks and like their fucking assets, and we're not necessarily talking about that type of currency. If you already stopped this reading to go check your money situation, you have the wrong idea. You're paying attention to the wrong thing, and that's the answer is right there. Paying attention to the mental aptitude of what it is that you're doing, how you're doing it, how your ego is being fact-checked by your spirit at any given time, is how you can also discipline your own intuition and become the Hierophant. For those of you who understand what the Hierophant energy is in Tarot, there's an offer that somebody is trying to make. They've been trying to make this offer for a very long time, and the opportunity is coming to an end, meaning if you're going to do it now, because by the time you understand what an end is to you no longer being able to do it, is a narrow window. Death isn't an ending, it's the beginning of some kind. Look at that, the world and the Ten of Cups here flocking through. Yeah, we're not going to take that right now because I want one card. One. Yeah, it's not one, so I'm not taking the flyer anyway. I'm being very eager at this time. All right. What's happening? Nine of Cups. Well then, Taurus. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, huh? It's still sitting though. Still sitting though. Sitting there thinking about the best possibility. But it's sometimes, well, most of the time, the Nine of Cups energy is a cute energy, all right? It reflects on the things one has been reminiscent over and wishes for them to return in their sense of space in their environment so they can reacclimate themselves a little bit about this and about whatever it is that they want to be reacclimated with, and a memory that they want to recreate, or a person they want to be with again, or wish someone to return into their life, or wish someone new in their life, or wish upon a person that they've always imagined finally show up. So whatever it is, the Nine of Cups is a bit of an illusion, because it's more like the mirage, as if you're driving or walking down a desert road and you think there's water down in the horizon, but it's not. You're on the road wishing for water, and the mirage is almost giving the illusion that there is water to be found, but the closer you get, the more it's really not the way you imagine it to be, because not only is there no water, it played with you a little bit. So there's no psychotic energy to these energies at this time in this reading, which is really good, which is being stabilized by the King of Pentacles. However, what is chaotic are all these emotional relationships that you're in. You are in several emotional relationships. You are very emotionally available. And that can be a bit of a problem for anyone in your current life that wishes that you were a little bit different to them specifically in being emotionally available. Okay? For that, you treat a bunch of people very equal. And for that one specific energy that you either wish, this is depending on what kind of narrative you're in. Either you're married with someone or you're not, and a person, either you're married and the person is not, is wishing, someone in that variable of marriage is wishing more emotional availability from Taurus, and Taurus is just not rising up to the occasion, because the way that this person is challenging Taurus to be more emotionally available, Taurus is kind of backfiring and saying, well, I am emotionally available. Look at all the ways that I have all these people in my life that are proof that I am emotionally available. But that's not the wisdom that this person is asking you to be more emotionally available to them, okay? And then there's a narrative of people that are single who want to have a person that they can rely on, be a vessel that they can tap into, and be more emotional process and have an emotional relationship with. However, the issue with that is that if you pay too much attention to, or obsess too much of how someone ought to be empathic, or ought to look at context clues, or ought to look at their own intuition, Hierophant Taurus here, okay? You're gonna distract yourself from not seeing maybe potentially already a person in your vicinity be the person that you could choose to be your emotional relationship of a partner. Maybe even long-term here, because this King of Pentacles is reaching many lands here. This person is very connected, all right? You're very connected. So I'm seeing someone straight line being connected to you, whatever, I don't care the label, but they're connected to you. I don't care if in the physical presence you've said hi to them or not, there's a connection already. And this person could be the Ten of Cups. Yet you're still closed with your eyes sitting there closed and obsessing over reminiscent past times and not really being able to open your eyes and see it with eyes closed. See the world with eyes open as if they were closed. Because what you pay attention to with your eyes closed is one way that you exist. And then another way is when you have your eyes open. It has a lot to do with ego and many different distractions. It's seeing a world of color, right? Or however you see the world. Some of y'all could be colorblind, I don't know. And either way, there's this need to accept emotions for what they are and then allow emotions to disintegrate away so you understand what's left, so that you're then really equal to everyone. And then once you realize you're equal like that to everyone, you won't spread yourself thin with everyone so that someone is going to be like hogging at your attention, or what am I doing? Like hogging at your attention. All right, hogging at your attention, whatever. I need to keep them open. Sorry, there's really nothing I can do about this terrible glare at this time. We're just gonna have to go with it. All right, let's see what happened. Sorry about all that like a few moments ago. The messages was kind of like towering over itself here. Okay, let's see what happened. That's fine. That's why it's tearing. I kept going. All right, the Hierophant. Talking about the Hierophant and Taurus. This is the Hierophant. Someone is purposely trying to throw out energy into this sector of sacred energy, trying to distract. It will work in order to understand how you can create a teachable lesson to that for whomever you think you're targeting. FYI, that will reach for whomever it will reach. All right, that Hierophant. I mean, we called it upon us several times in this reading, right? And your energy is finally here. And this is in the what happened position. So it's very powerful, I'll tell you that much. And I'm allowing the power to kind of speak for itself, because the power is being read by the energy that you are assimilating to resonate with you as you are here. So the Hierophant speaks about the energy of teaching and listening. So you've been listening to life, you've been listening to Mother Earth energy as you've been hiking and traversing the lands, communicating with people, having a vast imagination, indoctrinating yourself perhaps in different accolades to subjects and getting a master, a PhD perhaps, or being a lawyer, being a high accolade of some kind, even putting your nose in a book and reading scriptures, several types of theologies, and bringing your own sort of wisdom to the game and offering your input as an output measuring to absorbing the information for what they are and for what it is. So this is a very powerful poetic stance an opportunity to kind of stop and smell the roses, so that you can reignite your sense of smell and invigorate other types of memories, because I think someone has an untapped power of reading through like smells. They can be in a room and all of a sudden they smell like perfume, and it's a sign of from the other side, okay, as we would call it in that aspect. So it's a power move. It's never to induce fear. However, if fear has been induced, which I don't really feel in this reading, you know, obviously that's not warranted energy. But we're talking about warranted energy, energy that's asked to come in, even if it's chaotic with the 5 energy, and just forces us to change, forces us to be a pivotal moment of change for people. So maybe something has happened in your past that really allowed you to step into more a role of yourself, take life a bit more seriously, take relationships a bit more seriously, which I'm happy that it's finally being taken a bit more seriously, because this energy has been around for at least, where I hinted it in my energies, for the last year and a half or so. And the awareness started to kick in 6 months ago or so, and it's starting to really show up for yourself. So it's really nice to see, because that means you're showing up literally for yourself. So that's good. And doing it differently in a way that it brings balance to yourself, but also harmonizes the world around you, while you see the world in harmonious ways, right? That you are not a trigger to trauma. Let's see where to look. Where should Taurus look? Where to look? Page of Swords. So, looking at the changes that are coming while you're stepping into this role of who you are, showing up for yourself, acknowledging the changes, acknowledging experiences, and seeing yourself become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Really learning how to carry yourself with more pride and more vivacious energy, I'm feeling, very, very clear, very pure. Understanding your worth by seeing that you probably understand you may have been a giant. Someone feels like they've been a giant at one time in their former life. So, you know, stepping into that power of acknowledgement. So I see you. Then, you know, it's just taking a better swing at their own masculine energy. This is for both genders here. And accepting, even if there was an ending of a relationship of some kind, an ending of money of some kind, using that masculine energy that broke and stepping into a masculine energy of intention. Even if you don't know if it's pure or not, the intention will be pure, because you intend to do something because you want to show up. And although it might be hard for you sometimes to show up, it's the fact that you show up that you then make a good time out of it, that you're learning are the accolades for yourself to be prideful of, and to accept that you're shaping your identity, you're shaping your relationships, you're shaping your viewpoint, you're shaping your acceptance, okay, your overall acceptance of what you are, who you are, and the roles that are being asked of you at this time. Someone is in a relationship that they don't really want to be in any longer. I do see that. So it's taking that part seriously about yourself and seeing what to do about the situation, because you thought of commitment in one way, and the way that it's starting to show up is actually triggering home, and home is a concept that is a stranger in your current home right now. Meaning you feel estranged to the person that you're living with, and at the same time being asked to go home, and that's a very strange energy to be part of. This is a 5 card. I won't be part of this, but I'm accepting it. King of Wands. So it's very Very passionate, very taking yourself seriously. And if you felt like you were doing any wrong in the beginning of the reading, you're working on getting them right. Beautiful message. All right. Okay, so let's see. Why are you here? Why are you here? So why are you here in this current reading? Ace of Pentacles. I mean, really just figuring out, for some of y'all, it was financial. You know, it was like, is my money being fucked with? That answer was already made clear in the beginning. For some of y'all, it's career orientated. But this is kind of, I mean, whatever kind of reading it was, it's not what you expected coming in. So you're not really sure yourself why you're here. But perhaps what brought you here was figuring out your ultimate power. I mean, I caught on to tarot being, having the Hierophant, you know, the Hierophant being a major arcana of Taurus energy, or that it symbolizes Taurus energy, or in the esoterics we use the Hierophant to symbolize as Taurus energy. And then the Hierophant comes up. It's like, whatever that was for you, that's what the reading has brought for you. And then what it may be doing for yourself is validating a frequency that is hard for you to tap into all the time. Because you knew, if you could, you knew what kind of power it could bring. However, some of you also dabble in tarot and cards and all that jazz to get closer into controlling the narrative that you cannot control. Yet at the same time, there's this weird little ego shaping here with the Page of Swords energy that, you know, I'm feeling like this Page of Swords feet are wet, you know. It's like there was a fucking like rainstorm right before the clouds parted through and the feet are wet, okay? And it might look good, but it's not very comfortable. It's squeaky. He or she is trying to be a ninja in their way of walking, but they're not, right? You're very loud in the esoteric world. So whoever's energy is trying to mess with energies, they're not really going to win, especially if I just put it on blast and I don't know or care to know who it is. Alright, so I don't care. Alright, let's see how to harmonize for Taurus energy. How to harmonize. How can Taurus harmonize? I mean, get your shit together, Taurus, because the specifics of what is required is not fucking chaos. Nor does it want to be dramatic or chaotic. Yeah, 10 of Wands. Like I said, getting this shit together here, how to harmonize, getting this shit together. Closing out cycles, learning how to close them out. This isn't about healing. This is about just stopping it, you know, putting an end to it, leaving. Like I'm seeing someone walk out the fucking door. All right, shut the door, out you go. Like, this is your energy. Getting the fuck out, moving on. That's it. That's literally all that's coming from that energy, from that card. I'm not being told to say anymore. All right, let's see what the birthing is for Taurus. Birthing, it's crazy, death card. Birthing for Taurus. telling you, it's fucking chaotic out there. Get your energies in line. I'm pulling the card. What is birthing for Taurus? What is birthing for Taurus? The moon. You understand that there's always a price to be paid in the overall equilibrium of how the universe functions. It can make sense, even if it's a far-fetched idea or you haven't gone hiking in a while. It makes sense to Taurus energy because Taurus is earth energy. You are slow and methodical, analytical. You worry about money and you make sure money makes sense. Yet there are ways that you didn't behave in the last year and a half in this narrative of this reading that you weren't paying attention to, although there were ways and means focused upon the things that need to be paid attention to, but you decided to let them go and ignore them with the moon energy. So where it went is off to the side and got continued illumination of ignorance. So that's showing up now. The moon is being illuminated. And everything that has been unacknowledged is coming up to the surface to be readdressed. All right, we're going to move on to a classic, just regular old standard reading that I do. All right, let me see where I'm going. I'm keeping the cards where they are and building on top of that. So let's get it. Doesn't help when cards are whatever material they are. It's to be so slidey. Slippery. Slidey? Slidey. Sleight of hands. Someone's trying to be slick. I'm laughing because I'm ignoring an energy. It's like so stupid. This energy thinks they can fuck with powerful energies. They think that they can see their dance in action. They're just not interested to entertain it. All right, there's Ace of Pentacles. And shit. The Ace of Pentacles, the Magician, the Four of Swords, and the Page of Cups. All right. Don't worry wherever you're going, negative energy will not be going along with you. All right? This is for some of you. For others of you who are worried about being discovered for practicing negative energy, well, if that resonated, then that resonated, and that's all that will be said, because I will not entertain it. Alright, on to better things. So, the Four of Swords is truly a remarkable energy to show up at this time, because with her holding on to her sword, it's letting me know that whatever it is that you Taurus out there are afraid of, you don't have to be afraid of that. It's going to affect you during the night or sleeping, okay? These energies are a hierarchy. There are levels to this shit, okay? And no, there's nothing to worry. Nothing to worry. Some of you are... Excuse me. Sorry, that's the sister busted energy coming through. All right, anyway, so We're not having her come through at this time. She's the queen of shadows, ladies and gentlemen, so when she sees this shit, she's like, huh, what are y'all trying to manifest? Anyway, so we're gonna try my best to ignore it. All right, on to continuum here. Someone is working on possibly becoming a Reiki practitioner, all right, getting in tune with their power, their psychic powers, because I also heard a slight, a very, very faint ringing in the ear here. It's almost like someone turning the radio dial. All right, that's how slight it was. Just enough to let someone know that energy is around is what you're tapping into and figuring out for yourself. It's very important for someone at this time to hear the message that the ether wants you to not necessarily go into a ritual of a routine. Just use your intuition and follow the things that are just of personal interest, okay? Not like something that you see in like a window display and asking you to come in, all right? Like fucking psycho. Sorry. They're a bit psycho, yes. And what I'm referring to are the psychic tarot readers that like have window displays and the fortune fucking the palm reader in the what is it, I can't speak now on it, but the whole decadence of like, come on in, $10 for your reading kind of shit. All right, we're not going for that. We're just going for regular, whatever regular is, all right, or organic experience of healing, okay? Making sure maybe that your alarm clock is a nicer song to wake up to, that you TV isn't on when you're sleeping at night, that you listen to healing music that is uninterrupted as you go to sleep, that you are privy to not drinking water that has been exposed to sunlight in a plastic bottle, like certain facts, certain things that make sense and that can bring a form of magic to existence. That is your internal universe, making sense of the external factors of where you can walk and traverse and experience and be the magician. That there is no separation from the magician card and you, the ego person, that you are the ego person that becoming the magician. But to not ignore the ego, that it's a bad thing, but to accept the ego, aka the devil energy, in my channel, that it can be disciplined, it can be, it can get mature, it can grow maturity. My English is failing me. Someone's doing a lot of talking, okay, so I'm hearing, right after that, I'm hearing, try to be less around people that are talking too much, all right? And also, if you talk too much around Taurus, I'm seeing someone get annoyed by that and like move away. Yeah, I'm seeing somebody walk away hearing you talk too much. And that could be a bit of a reminder of you abusing your power. If you can't sit still and talk your truths, then you're not in peace. The biggest war that is currently being practiced, and is the longest war, is a war of consciousness. every other war that's happening in terrain, of anywhere it's happening on this paradigm of Earth, is small compared to the war of consciousness, that even these casualties that have been affected by all these wars, it's all fucking up with and being fucked up by the war of consciousness. I've seen that someone wants to go to like a theater, practice theater, become an actress, an actor, being on the stage, being in the limelight. Should take it as an opportunity, as a message, as a possibility. It may take some time to get things rolling, but I see you have a very good time and enjoying your space of creativity and the beautiful commentary that will come your way, because it will feed and nurture aspects of your consciousness when you go to sleep at night, that you are successful, that you can put your mind to things and get things done and get the return of what you put out in the form of stable money. Ten of Wands here again. Yeah. Just need to cut it out. And that same energy as before. Your back is heavy, stretching, letting go, accepting, moving forward. We have the Death energy here, letting go. The Ace of Wands, new beginning, taking on something. Taking on while letting go with the Five of Pentacles. Yeah. Same as the last reading. I'm not going to end with the Five energy. But, yeah, I feel like there's a stepping into for this Taurus energy. And once the stepping into is done, you will feel the shift as to how the Death card is powerful. Because it's quiet now. It's a quiet card. We can't see what's going on. We can't see what the ending is. But while the ending is there, it's bringing life to itself in a different shape, in a different way. The Devil energy. We can't really see the things in action. It's part of the mystery of the game. It's part of the mystery of the unknown. It's the way the ego gets shaped with choices that human can make. And being afraid of those choices because the consequences can take sometimes a moment's time to show up or immediate time to show up. And whether or not they're all perfect transactions to the engagements of how they've fortified themselves is however long they show up as the Ace of Pentacles of opportunity that they represent themselves, or miss opportunities, financial losses, financial gains, making smarter choices with your money, reading contracts and hearing, limiting the amount of contracts you're writing off, signing off, even digitized ones, or sending your name somewhere as a stamp that goes into the ether of invisible eyes to collect as data and used against you in the universal court of law. Queen of Swords, in the universal code of law. Queen of Swords energy. Alright, Taurus, I'm being told that is all, and also for upload reasons. I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space. And may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take